It's a comprehensive win for the man of the season so far. Judd, your assessment, please, of your performance this evening?
Pretty decent. I think it's always important to get off to a quick start in that first frame and it really settles you down. So I don't really feel like I did a lot wrong. I created a good few chances. Sid struggled a little bit. He's just not used to, obviously, playing on the main table, the conditions and everything like that. So it was always going to be tricky for him, but I kind of just did what I needed to do. You
had a period of time, I think it was early season, this season, where you were sort of demoted to Table 2 and Table 3 a couple of times. You weren't enjoying that, were you?
No, I think I wasn't enjoying it, but on the other hand, I think it inspired me because I felt like I hadn't... A lot of the times there was people above me in the rankings or people that had won the previous tournaments or stuff like that, and I wanted to be back in the mix. And I think it did inspire me a little bit being put out there. And it just gave me that extra incentive to get back there and be on that main table.
What about the crowd out there tonight? Look good atmosphere?
Very, very good. It was a great support for the first round, a great crowd out there, same as last year. So I was excited to come back here. Every time we come to Scotland, I always seem to get a good crowd, so it was nice to play in front of.
Let me show you just a few shots. I was looking for not so much total performance tonight, because I know the heavy scoring's in there. I wanted sharpness, and you showed it. These little shots don't look like anything, do they? You know, you'll remember all these shots. They look like nothing, but they mean a lot to snooker players. Yeah,
for me, on this kind of shot nowadays, rather than when I first broke through, you just take that extra half a second, because they're so important. If you miss that, you've done all the hard work and your opponent can come in and clear up. So that's kind of the stepping stone you need in the first frame.
Those little shots, those half-blind ones, are sometimes the key out there, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got to pick your spot, especially in the first frame out there. The table's sliding around a little bit. You've got to be quite accurate.
This is kind of similar but different pace, trying to get the pack moving here.
Yeah, it's a shot I like. The harder I can hit the ball, the more I enjoy it. So I'm someone that just likes to get the ball spread everywhere.
What was wrong with using the cushion there?
No, I don't like that. I like to keep the ball off the cushion so it can't bounce.
You got deep revs on it. I want to show you the best one of the three with the control is the shot that followed it, actually, this red. Loved the way also you stayed with the shot.
Yeah.
And the timing was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was tricky. I think when you're behind it, it doesn't look as clear as that. It flies into all the pockets. So I was a bit worried. I had to pot it very central in the pocket and just judge the spin absolutely perfect.
You've got to almost hold the spin off to avoid the cannon.
I've got to hold the spin off there, but then hit it soft enough to not go behind that red as well.
There's about three or four.
It was a nice shot, yeah.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 different elements to that shot. I want to quickly ask you about the century breaks. I think you're 46 shy of 1,000 centuries now. How big a target is that? You're going to get there soon enough. But it's one to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one where, obviously, you're just kind of waiting now. The centuries are ticking along. While you're out there, you're not really thinking of it too much unless you get really close within a couple. But it would be a big feat to try and get there this season. Hopefully I can save it for somewhere special like the World Championship.
Will you play lots of Championship League in the new year, mainly to get some centuries on the board?
There's a chance. I see how I do in some of these big events coming up. This event, hopefully I can knock in loads of centuries here. And I won't have to play so much in that. I can save it for all the big events.
And are you going to save it deliberately for a big occasion? Crucible or UK, something like that? Let us in on this.
Try not to.
I'm pressurising you, but...
Hopefully it falls into place. I think there's a lot of centuries left, and there's obviously a couple of big ones at the end of the season. Hopefully, it's kind of fate that it falls in the World Championship at some point.
Yeah, well, let's hope so, because you will all remember Ronnie's evening against Neil Robertson. Of course, it's a massive occasion. You'll get there very soon, we know that. But he'll also be playing again soon this week. Tomorrow, Judd Trump, well played. And well, there's lots more world champions on the way, of course, tonight. Because next up is John Higgins, the local man, will be in action. He's up against Oliver Brown. Lots to look forward to. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.